So I want to make a quick video talking about bullshitters and how to spot them. So this could be in person and online. So first off, better stories. Sorry, this glare is pissing me off. Better stories. Anytime someone tells a story, they tell a story kind of like it, but just like slightly better. Like, oh, one time when we were at a festival, music festival, some chick flashed me. Oh yeah, I remember music festivals. Last time I was at a music festival, I got like 17 blowjobs from like three chicks. Like, it's just always kind of one upping everyone around them. And sure, maybe sometimes that could be like true, but just on a consistent basis doing that, it's like, no, you haven't. No one's life is a TV show. Secondly, if their stories do not reflect their personality. And what I mean, this is definitely one more angle towards in person. But, I'm a loudmouth. It would be very weird if I told a story about, I stayed super quiet during the whole conversation when this person was being super disrespectful to someone else, and I walked up and I, one punched them and they knocked out. Like, that would be weird because people who know me know I'm a loudmouth, and I would say something way before that point because I have very little self control in that context. So it'd be weird. Or, the inverted. If someone's, super quiet all the time and kind of, sheepish to speak, and they tell a story about walking up and telling someone to shut the fuck up. Like, it probably didn't happen. Like, it doesn't line up with your character. You're probably just bullshitting right now. And third, which is in person and online. And there's so many examples of this. Think like Tim Kennedy, Jocko Willink, like a ton of guys. Every person who's ever been a rock star. Period. Try to make themselves superheroes. Like, they're constantly telling stories or giving examples or self-assigning personality traits to build this persona, like a caricature around themselves. Like normal people, I'm David, and if you knew me in person, I'm overall a very disinteresting person. I'm just a guy, right? A dad, a guy who has a job, goes to work, comes home, spends most of my time with my family. There's nothing eventful. Most lives aren't that eventful, and even the eventful ones, they have a few crazy moments in it, but it's not, a nonstop adventure. That's just unrealistic. That doesn't exist in the real world, right? So these people who try to, think Tim Kennedy, we'll use him as a prime example, constantly telling bullshit stories to build this superhero persona around himself. Like the only person who he loves more than his wife in the world is himself. Like it's just a constant, cycle of him telling new stories about his, super commando-ness. Like that's bullshit, like anyone who tries to build themselves up inside. I've even known people in real life like this. I try to build themselves up into like this character. No one's a superhero. Like we're all just normal people. So if someone's trying to make themselves seem like a superhero, they're probably a bullshitter. In reality, what that really says about them is that they dislike themselves, the true version of themselves, so much that they're just making shit up like a child, just like perpetually lying to make themselves seem like the thing they want to be versus what they actually are. And this is a really insecure person and someone that you don't want to listen to and someone who shouldn't aspire to be. And to young men, it's a really appealing thing. You see these larger-than-life characters, and you compare them to people you know, and you're like, wow, this person's different. I'm going to listen to them. But they're probably just selling you something or just trying to make themselves seem cooler in a social situation. It's just not true, and that's not what the world needs. Don't aspire to be these people. Don't aspire to be like these people. The world does not need these superhero-esque, larger-than-life characters. It just needs good men, good moral men. So aspire to that, try to be just a good man versus a larger than life character.